Okay, so part of the reason why I'm making this video is there's a guy on the bus that I used to ride all the time who always asks me, what did I think about this equipment? What do I think about that equipment? So this time I'm going to cut you off at the path and tell you that, hey, I have no interest in a desktop whatsoever. Even if my laptop was to break, I would still replace it with another laptop. I am impressed with the M1 laptops that are out there. When it comes to the next operating system, I believe my machine, my iPad Pro, which is going to be the majority of this video, is still good. Now, I am going to tell you up front right now, and you can stop the video. You guys can stop the video if you want, but I will not be buying a new iPad Pro. And I've got a list of reasons right here why I should and why I shouldn't. Now, today is Earth Day. I took the liberty of going to Starbucks and getting a Earth Pop. This is an Earth Pop, okay? Oh, it's chocolate on the inside. That is actually tasty. I'm gonna leave half the planet for the wife. Okay? That actually, oh, that's moist. It's actually delicious. Wow. Now, I also made a hard lemonade. Ooh, that is good. It's got petrol in it. Let's do this here. Reasons why I should not buy a iPad Pro. Number one, we need to save our planet. Okay, that thing I just took a bite out of, half of, or whatever. We got to save that freaking planet because we only have one today. Maybe a few more tomorrows we'll have another planet. The other reason, costly. I'm going to show you a picture of what it looks like, but that's how much the iPad Pro that I would want spec'd out would cost. I will definitely want as much RAM as I can get because remember, you pay for what's on the inside. You can't swap anything out on the inside. Therefore, what you get is what you get. What you buy is what you get. You can't swap it out. Because of that, we're talking about $2,200. That's more than what I paid for my first car. More than what I paid for my first car. More than what I paid for my first and second car combined. I'm telling you, that's expensive. But $2,200. There is nothing wrong with my current iPad as it is. Nothing at all. And it's 4 years old. I bought it March 31st, 2018. And it's still functioning as well as it did before. The only downside is I am lazy and I do not take off all the extra data that I have on there because I record so much. I take so many pictures. I am not swapping the data fast enough. So at least right now, because of the pandemic, I do have a routine of going in here, once a month and getting the data off. At least trying to shave it off because 256 gigabytes is what I have on here. As you saw in the specs, I would actually bump this up to 2 terabytes. The next thing is, as you just saw, it's gold. The current iPad Pros only come in silver and black. That is very, very domesticated, business-like. I would get the silver because the other one, the so-called black, I believe, is like a dark space gray or something like that. It's not that good looking. I would just go for the silver. But this is actually a major reason why I will not switch right here, right now, because I like gold. And if you know the Halo story, the video game, there were guys on the planet that had these gold iPads or tablets or whatever, and that was one of the inspirations of me getting my gold tablet. The next thing is e-waste. My first iPad Pro, I paid $500 for. This current this current iPad here Pro, I paid a little bit over $1,000 for it, and at the cost of $2,200 for the latest and greatest, I would be creating something that would be living for a very, very long time. Listen to what I'm saying here. My mom has my first one. I still have my second one. And the third one, I would literally have to give this to the wife for it to be even feasible, because the value of this has gone down so low, and it's going to last so long because it's still fairly new, that it would just, I would have to literally give it to someone close to me so that they can have it for years and years and years. But listen to what I just said a few moments ago. This thing is 4 years old and acts more powerful than my freaking laptop, okay? My laptop ain't new either. But still, it's very, very powerful. The next thing is, I would have to, because there is a size difference, and there is no home button on the new one, I would have to replace my leather case. I don't want to replace my leather case. Oh, and also the pencil. The pencil is incompatible. So I would definitely have to get a new pencil. So that $2,200 does not cover the cost of a pencil. The next thing is, I am not professional enough. I'm not. I am not professional enough to be having such an expensive machine and having so many of them just laying around the house. I am not that kind of professional, okay? It's just very, very impractical. And especially because of the longevity of these devices, I'm still looking at probably 2, maybe 3 years before this current machine is starting to act a little wacky. The only issue I've ever had out of this device is in Lumafusion. I did have to scale down the preview because it got a little sticky with moving videos back and forth. But take in mind, if you're watching this video, that means that you're watching something that was created and edited. No, not created and edited. Edited on this device, my 4-year-old iPad Pro, and then transferred to my old laptop and then shot up to the interwebs. And sometimes I just do it direct from here. If it's like an overnight thing, I just hit the button, tap, 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 done. Wake up in the morning, all good. This machine is very reliable, and has no reason to have a second reliable or, whatever. Reasons why I should. Now let's flip it and go in reverse. Reason why I should. Number one, I don't want to be a second-class iPad Pro citizen. I want to use the latest and greatest and all of the features of Procreate, which is now going to start to support 3D movement and stuff. And that would be awesome. But I can't because my machine is, I don't even got to check. I know my machine can't handle 3D. It can't. I already know that. I have 6 cores in here. The new one has 8 cores and an 8-core graphics card with the M1 chip and everything combined. No, my machine's not going to do that. So there's going to be some apps that are not going to be as friendly, but still friendly to me. It's going to be a very sad situation. The longevity of the device. Listen to what I'm saying here. Apple is putting themselves in a situation where they're saying for $7.99, you can have a warranty on your device until you cancel it. That means that 10 years down the road, 20 years down the road, you can continue to pay that $7.99. Something breaks with it, they'll fix it. That means that they trust their equipment for longevity, and it will more than likely go the long haul. And that's what's important. That's one of the reasons why I use a lot of Apple devices, because I don't want to have to swap out my crap every couple of years. I'm not into that. I want to use the same stuff all the time as long as it works for me. Why I should? Because of the M1 chip. Because I can get 16 gigabytes of RAM. This is rated. It's like they kind of jerry-rigged the way to try to figure out what they think the RAM is, between 4 and 6 gigabytes of RAM. But it still outperforms my laptop, which has 16. Imagine having real 16 and quadruple outperforming my freaking laptop. And the XDR screen. I love the screen that's on here. Believe it or not, I've watched a couple of Netflix things. I watched a couple of Amazon things, and it is extremely highly awesome to watch. It's just it's a beautiful screen, especially when you're in a lightly lit room or a dark room. The screen I have right now is beautiful. So if you're telling me this new XDR screen is going to be even better with the mini LEDs, I'm with you. I am with you. Believe it or not, that's all I got. Those are my to dos or I wants and all the other crap. The only way I would replace my machine right here, right now, is if something traumatic happened to my machines. If my laptop got broken, I would replace it with an M1 MacBook Pro. Flat out. I just would. I would even consider the Air, but I would really go for the Pro. I want to go for the Pro. And as for my tablet, of course, I would just, if I broke my tablet somehow in some kind of weird situation, I would go for broke and do the 2200 plus, 2200 plus. But right now, nah, there's no reason to do that. Oh, God. This was very, very tasty. Enjoy your day. Stay safe. Get your shots. I got mine. Let's hope this pandemic thing rolls over soon.
I should probably make another one.